Partagas, Legend Miniatura. Hey everybody, looking at the Cigar Vlog. Okay, I know what the title says. This is a bonus, okay? I was honestly debating whether or not I even wanted to review these. And yes, my thumb is placed strategically, by the way. Because these are little itty-bitty cigarillos. Teeny tiny little bitties. So I figured I'd go ahead and just do these. These little guys. Because of the fact that, well, they are handmade cigars. They're just really, really small. So this is the bonus before we get to the main event, which is going to be a little different. So obviously these are kind of a cheroot style. They're open at both ends. Kind of doesn't really matter which one you start from. So yeah, you just kind of figure out where your lighter went. And have it go. I'm going to go ahead and do this as a quick little two-part here. Just get it sparked up. How it starts. And then how it finishes, because this is not going to take long. As you can see, it's very easy to confuse for a cigarette. So right out the gate. No spice. Clean tobacco. I want to say a little earthy, maybe a little coffee-ish, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and buzz through this real quick and give an update on how the itty bitty actually works out. This is barely going to take about maybe 15 minutes. Okay. A couple minutes later, halfway point. Touch of spice. I want to say slightly bready, maybe. There are notes in the retrohale. There's a little bit of spice. Retrohale is, I want to say almost a vanilla. It's kind of sweet note. Not like just straight up vanilla flavor or anything like that. Just a very vanilla reminiscent flavor. Kind of like a little bit of an afterthought kind of thing. Overall, not bad. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. And then get on to the real review. Okay, just a quick wrap up of this one. This, right here, is one of the big problems with just an open-ended cigar like this, where it's just cut clean, there's like no cap, no nothing. It's very, very easy to start squishing the guts out of it. And yes, this stuff will get in your teeth, all over your lips, and you'll be spitting all over the place because you got this thing stuck to your lips. Otherwise, flavors are good. What do you drink with this? Nothing, because you're on the clock. You have this when you step out for a 15-minute break at work. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pick the rest of this out of my teeth, and then get on with the show. Nub. Sangron. In perfecto. Anyway, hopefully managed to get through the first part of this. This is the real cigar vlog. So yeah, for the guys that make nub, I think something kind of got lost in translation. Also, I'm out here a little bit later, so my lighting's a little fucked up. But yeah, this is not a nub. I mean, yeah, it's nub brand, but this is a perfecto. As you can see, it's got a very large bell taper and a very small little foot. Also, this band is like super loose, so this is going to come off like immediately. So I had to go ahead and hand that because my lighting is just such that it's not gonna. I got my finger caught here. All right, lighting is like, you know, foobar. So anyway, like I said, this band on here is super loose because of the extremely aggressive taper on here. Excuse me. But yeah, this is a perfecto shape, which means it tapers at both the head and the foot. Construction-wise, seems pretty top-notch. You got 1, to, I want to say, a triple cap on there. It's probably pretty difficult to see given the lighting. But anyway, it should smoke just fine. Now, as far as the reason for making a perfecto shape like this, especially one with this aggressive as hell bell taper, is that it can end up actually altering the intensity of the flavors, because you've got spots like the big bulb here with a lot of filler that narrow down to a more intense, narrower ring gauge. Also, this itty bitty little foot makes it particularly easy to light. In theory. Keep in mind, I'll light it on a piece of burnt tank armor. I don't give a shit. Okay, I said it was supposed to be easier to light in theory. Alright, there we go. So right off the bat, no spice, clean tobacco. Draw is a little stiff. Well, otherwise though, I think I just need maybe a touch up here and there, and everything should be fine. Excuse me whilst I trip over my tongue. There's like a subtle sweetness and a little bit of, I want to say, a baking spice in there. Alright, well anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this going and get down to hopefully about an inch in and see if it wakes up. Okay, right about an inch in, and no, I'm not in the tunnel because, yeah, a little bit of interesting little bit of information I'll get to in a second here. So, flavor-wise, flavors have been interesting. I've been getting every so often a nice floral note in the retrohale. Mouth, earthy, clean tobacco. I want to say maybe a very subtle spice. Every so often I get like a weird, like a salt and pepper kind of thing going. Now, I'm not too sure what that's all about. Overall though, not bad. Burn is getting a little strange. The draw has opened up quite a bit since getting past the initial squeeze there. But anyway, as to the reason why I am still standing out in the field instead of in the tunnel where I usually am. Well, funny story. I was just kind of walking in, and I see all this like luggage piled up there. So I'm like, huh, okay, is somebody like stowing this here for like 5 minutes? I get a little closer, and no, they're not. There's a homeless guy sleeping in the tunnel. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say I have like a direct donate button. If you want to throw me a couple of bucks so I can get like a pistol or something so I can like not get shanked by a crack kid with a broken beer bottle, by all means, feel free. Like big nudge, play go, play go, whack. Anyway. So far, flavors are just kind of a little. They're there, but they're a little muted, so I'm hoping that this is going to end up building and intensifying as it goes down. And I'm also hoping that I don't end up getting screwed up light for like the rest of the video, or like a horrendous gust of wind. It's supposed to be wind, because like over the next day or two, it's supposed to like drop 70 fucking degrees. Because that's Colorado for you. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this down a little bit further here, and give a midpoint update when it gets to where I think the halfway point is. Okay, pretty decent halfway point here. And it's just decided to flake off. Flavors have been a little earthy. Occasionally a little bit of spice. Clean tobacco. Every so often I get a little bit of a vanilla hit. So far it's striking me as a very good complement to either a good whiskey, or if you want to switch things up, a tequila. And no, Jose Cuervo does not count. That's basically friggin' agave syrup and gasoline. If you're looking for tequila, get something that you have to throw a little bit of cash at, because they guarantee you get what you pay for when it comes to tequilas. So far though, yeah, flavors definitely do build. And it's very kind of classic cigar, But like I said, it'd be a very good complement to whiskey or tequila. I would not recommend a coffee with this, though, unless you really want a coffee. I mean, you know, you can pair with whatever you like. Buy some milk for all I care. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this down to the actual nub, as in like the point where I about burn my fingers, and wrap it up from there. Okay, pretty good point to wrap this up because this is actually starting to burn my fingers. So flavors, managed to stay fairly consistent. Not a lot of spice, but definitely earthy, good clean tobacco. Occasionally a little bit of a floral note. Every so often you get a touch of vanilla. Retrohale, kind of the same thing. Overall, not bad. Not too sure how the naming convention still sticks because it's a perfecto, not actually a nub. If you know anything about nubs, nubs are basically short, stubby little gordos that are designed to get to the heart of the flavor as quickly as possible. At least that was the standard nub. This is, well, it's a nub, but it's not. So, yeah, it's still kind of weirding out about that. Anyway, definitely not bad. Like I said before, definitely we want to pair this with like a solid whiskey or a tequila. Coffee, maybe. But beyond that, not much else to say. You can find them for a decent price, by all means, check them out. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I got to say for it. Good cigar. Confusing label. I'd say probably worth, maybe not an everyday, but more often than once in a blue moon. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say for this one. If you like this review, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know if you had a different experience. Beyond that, check out my Twitch stream Sundays, Sunday to Friday, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. I also have a new VOD channel where I occasionally remember to upload past Twitch broadcasts. So if you want to check that out, by all means, feel free. Anywho, yeah. That's all I got to say for this one. I'll see you next time.